Hello techies, welcome to Techie with us. In today's session, we are going to cover one of the most important concept in Java 8 version, very advanced feature which is introduced in Java 8. That is nothing but Lambda expressions. Okay, and before starting our session, as usually my humble request is, if you not subscribed already, please do subscribe to my channel and click on bell icon to get the further session updates. Also, please like it and share it. If you have any queries or concerns, please update in the comment section. I will go through each and every comment and I will reply there. Let's get into the session now. What is a Lambda expression? Okay. As we already discussed just starting of this session, it is very important feature of Java 8 version. What it will do? It will just provide an advanced feature to make programmers work easy. Okay, it will just make the programmer work easy. It provides a clear and concise way to represent one method interface using an expression. See, here we are what we are doing using the Lambda expression. We are just representing a one method interface like an expression. Okay, the most useful way of Lambda expressions in collection library. It helps us to iterate, to extract the data and filter the data from onto collection. The Lambda expression is used to provide the implementation of interface. Implementation of the interface which has a functional interface. What it is doing? The Lambda expression is used to provide the implementation of an interface which has functional interface. What is a functional interface? An interface with a single abstract method is called functional interface. Okay, you understand, right? An interface with a single abstract method is called functional interface. For example, in our Java, we are already working on a few of the functional interfaces, built-in functional interfaces. One of the best example is java.lang package has one interface, that is runnable interface. Okay. While using the Lambda expressions, it saves a lot of code. In case Lambda expression, we don't need to define the method again for providing the implementation. If there is some method in the interface, no need to again and again give the method name, method signature for providing the implementation in the override concept. Here, let's see what we are doing here. We just write the implementation code instead of defining the method again and again. Okay. When we use Lambda expression in our code, so the compiler will treat it as a function only. So it does not create .class file for this Lambda expression separately. This is also one of the advantages, we can say that. Lambda expressions basically express instances of the functional interfaces. Okay. Lambda expressions implement the only abstract function and therefore it implements the functional interfaces. Let's see what's next. What are the functionalities of Lambda expressions? To enable and to treat the functionality as a method argument or code as a data. One of the Lambda expression functionality is it enables to treat functionality as a method argument or code as a data. Next one is a function that can be created without belonging to any class. Lambda expression, if we mention Lambda expression in our code, it doesn't belong to any class. That itself is an individual method, and compiler doesn't create any separate .class file for the Lambda expression because it will treat it as a function or method. And Lambda expression can be passed around as if it was an object and executed on demand. Okay, next one, important points to remember while working with the lambda expressions. The body of the lambda expression can contain 0, 1 or more statements. Okay, it may contain 0 statements, 1 or more statements. When there is a single statement, when we are working with the lambda expression and it contains only the single statement, then curly brackets are not mandatory, and the return type of the anonymous function is the same as that of that body expression. The return type of the anonymous function is the same as that of the body expression. Next one, when there are more than one statement, then these must be enclosed in curly brackets, nothing but a code block. When if it contains more than one statement, and the return type of the anonymous function when we are working with more than one statement is the same as the type of the value returned within the code block, or void if nothing is returned. But here the return type of the anonymous function is same as that body expression in case of single statement, whereas in case of more than one statement, the return, see here, the type of the value returned within the code block, or void if nothing is returned. Okay, lambda expressions provides implementation of functional interfaces. What is the main motto of lambda expressions? Lambda expressions provides implementation of functional interface. What is the functional interface? An interface which contains only single abstract method, that is called as functional interface. So lambda expressions provides the implementation for that functional interface. An interface which has only one abstract, here I have explained, right? Okay, an interface which has only one abstract method is called the functional interface. Java provides an annotation at the rate of functional interface. Java provides one simple way of annotation for defining it as a functional interface, as this is the annotation at the rate of functional interface, which is used to declare an interface as functional interface. If we mention top of the interface at the rate of functional interface, means we are saying, we are telling to the Java compiler, this is the functional interface. Okay, this is not generic method, this is the functional interface. According to that, please work on it, please verify and please proceed accordingly. Okay, why to use lambda expressions? To provide the implementation of functional interface. We have discussed this point just before, right? And what it will provide us, it is a best advantage is that less coding, no need to code much, just less coding. Less coding nothing but in case of, while we are doing implementation of any method, right, no need to mention that method again and again, just we have to provide the implementation. We'll see the syntax of lambda expression. Here in brackets we have to provide argument list, and this is the lambda expression, hyphen, nothing but angular brackets, this is the arrow mark. Okay, consider it as a arrow mark. Okay, one second, let me arrow mark. After that, in the set braces we have to use whatever the body we want to place there. Okay, you got it, right? This is the generic syntax of lambda expression. Java lambda expression is consisted of three components. These are the three components. One is argument list. It can be empty. Argument list can be empty or non-empty as well. This may be empty or non-empty as well. Arrow token. This is the arrow token. It is used to link argument list and body of expression. See, it is used to link argument list and body. This is the main purpose of arrow mark, arrow token, and body here. It contains expressions and statements for lambda expression. And let's see. First one, we have discussed this, right? There are three types of lambda expressions. First one is no arg syntax, no parameter syntax. See here, this is the open bracket and closed bracket arrow, and here see in the set braces body means body of no parameter lambda. One parameter syntax. This is one of the parameter we are passing to the nothing but we are connecting this parameter with this body of expression. If we are using more than one parameter, like two parameters in the lambda expression, we have to mention like this with the comma separated values. Let's see, we will see one scenario where we are not implementing Java lambda expression. Then we will come to know that what was the issue prior to lambda expression invention. Okay, here we are implementing an interface without using the lambda expression. Let's see here. So we have created one interface called as drawable. Okay, drawable is a interface. In that we have a method, public method called draw method, and we are creating another class. This is the interface. We are creating the class, and this is the class name. In the main method, what we are doing, just we are assigning some value to integer variable that is called width. Without lambda, drawable implementation using anonymous class. Let's see, without using the lambda expressions, how to create anonymous class for this drawable interface. See here, drawable d equal to new drawable of. In this drawable means we are not using any anonymous class here. What we are doing, just inside of the drawable object, what we are doing, we are invoking draw method. We are invoking the draw method. See, within the method itself, we are invoking the draw method and we are printing something. So anonymous class is nothing but we can say that this is a class without a name. That is the anonymous class. Okay, after finishing off, see here, from this part, from this brace to this brace, this is a complete one statement. We have to consider it as a one statement. Okay, this is completed. After that, just we are invoking draw method. Means we are using d dot draw method. D is nothing but drawable instance. D dot draw method we are invoking. Now the output is drawing 10. For this, the output is drawing 10, because once we invoke d dot draw method, means cursor will go here, it will search for the draw method d dot draw, means in the draw method we are printing drawing and width. So drawing width value is 10, drawing 10. This is the just prior to the lambda expressions usage, we have used the anonymous class here. Okay, but here we are going to use the same, means we are going to implement the above example with the help of lambda expression. Let's see how to do it. Interface name, public void draw method. See here, we are defining nothing but declaring it as a functional interface using one annotation that is called @functional interface. We may use this annotation or not, because this may be optional. However, this might be optional. If you don't mention also, there is a public, only one abstract method in the interface will be treated it as a functional interface. Okay, this is the abstract method. Only one method, that is abstract method in this drawable interface. So this we can say that Java compiler know that this is a functional interface. No need to use the annotation. If you want to use the annotation, there is no problem. Just what I'm saying is this is an optional field. Next, we are creating the one class in the main method, same as width equal to 10. Now, instead of anonymous class, we are using the lambda expression. Let's see how to do it. Drawable D2. This is the instance. See here, in earlier example, what we did, we have created instance first drawable like new drawable of. Inside that, we have done these things. See here, let me show you. Then it will be very easy for you to understand. See here, just I'm copy and pasting it here. However, I will remove it, no problem. One sec. Yeah, see, this is using lambda expression. This is the code without using lambda expressions, using anonymous class. See, instead of new drawable of public void draw of system.out.println this much, instead of that, simply brackets open and closed, nothing but only one parameter, means there are no parameters. That's why we are using this one, open and close braces, angular brackets. In the braces, what we want to do, we want to print drawing and width value only, right? See, with the lambda expression, if you give like this, it will identify, okay, in this only one method is there. What is that method? Draw method. What is that method? Here, see, it contains the only one method. In the drawable, it contains only one method, right? So by default, if you mention like this, it will invoke the draw method. In the draw method, what it will do, it will simply whatever the sysout is updated, right, with the value, this will be printed. Instead of this, see, this much code we have written in earlier example. Okay, no need to write much code there like this. See, for that, this is the part. We can skip this part completely and we can reduce that code part. Reduce that code part and do like this. No need to use new means drawable of, and no need to invoke public void something, whatever the method we have to invoke here. Just simply instead of that, we are doing like this, nothing but it will print the same value, same outcome. We have retrieved the same outcome in the example, earlier example. It's very easy, right? Easy to mention and easy to write, and the code also very less using lambda expressions. If you understand the lambda expression concept, it is very used to write it, and readability also very means it will provide very good readability while going through the code. What is that code? And lambda expression can have a 0 or any number of arguments. Let's see. Now we are seeing the one example with no parameter. Okay, we have created one interface called sayable. It contains only one method called say. No need to mention, no need to declare here at the rate of functional interface, because by default compiler will consider it as a functional interface because it contains only one abstract method. Public class name, we have created a class, and in the main method, what we are doing for sayable, we are trying to instantiate. How we will do in lambda expression, like this only, right? Sayable s equal to, see, no parameter lambda expression here. If you do like this, what it will do? It will invoke the same method directly. What it will do? It will invoke the same method directly. No need to declare or define anything. Means no need to give the method name here. We directly just whatever we have to think about, we have to think about the implementation part only. Okay, this is simply nothing but it is invoking the same method like this. Return, I have nothing to say. After the, see, after this what we are doing, just printing the s.say. S.say means yes, this sayable instance dot say. what it will do say means I have nothing to say. It will be printed. See here output, I have nothing to say. Very easy, right? Next we will look at the another example with single parameter, lambda expression with single parameter. For the same interface, same class, and in the main method what we are doing, lambda expression with single parameter now. Okay, because in the interface we have one method, abstract method. It contains one parameter, that is name parameter, string data type. So we have to pass this parameter while instantiating, while working on that. How can we do that? Instantiation sayable s1 equal to, we are passing this parameter here, name, we are passing this, whatever the parameter here we are passing here, and return hello name. Sys out s1 dot say of whatever the name here we can pass here. Okay, s1 dot say of techie, then it will print hello techie. Okay, we can omit the function parenthesis here because it contains, see here, it contains only one parameter, right? Then if contains only one parameter, no need to use parenthesis here. That is why I have removed open bracket and closing bracket here. Name like this, arrow, and in this we are just simply hello name. After that we are invoking s2 dot say of and passing the Vedas as a parameter. Now the output is, see here, then it will be like hello techie and hello Vedas. This is the output. Next we will see lambda expressions with multiple parameters. Okay, addable, we have created one interface addable. In that we have a add method with two parameters, a and b. Multiple parameters in lambda expression. How to get this done? We are instantiating like this, addable ad1 equal to a comma b parameters a plus b. What we are doing here, the operation we are adding here. How to invoke that method? Instance, that is ad1 dot, method is add of, passing the 10 comma 20 as parameter. Here we are creating another instance, int a int b, we are passing a plus b, and add of, invoking this addable instance dot add method of by passing another set of parameters 100 and 200. So if we invoke this, for this sysout we will get the 30 as output, for this 300 as the output. You got it, right? Easy to understand, right? Now we'll see Java lambda expression example with or without a return keyword. With or without return keyword. So for this addable interface, we are creating an instance ad1 and passing two parameters a comma b. That leads to, this is the operation a plus b. This is what we are looking for. And sysout, invoking ad1 dot add of. Okay, 10 comma 20. These are the parameters we are passing. And here see lambda expression without return keyword. But in earlier examples, if you look at, we have used return keyword. We have used the return, but here we are not using any return keyword. See, for this we are creating another instance, returning a plus b, that is we are passing 100 comma 20 as parameters, and we are just printing the two values 30 and 300. Got it, right? Next, Java lambda expressions with the use of for each loop or enhanced for loop. Let's see how we are doing that. We are creating one class, and this is the main method. There we are declaring one list object, list collection object, and defining it as declaring it as string. Means what we are saying, this list object or this list contains only string values, string objects, only string objects. How to add values to list? Like this, list dot add of hello Techie Vedas channel. These are the 4 values we are adding to the list object. How to use the for each method, for each loop, not for each method, for each loop. How we are doing? Let's see. In general, for each loop is like this. General way of for each loop is for each. Enhanced for loop is like this. Into I, some value we will pass, and here sys out. Like this, we will print some value here. What it will do? It will iterate through all the values in the integer and print the values on the monitor. The same way, how to use for each loop here? List dot. So list is the list object dot for each of. For each of what we are passing, n is a parameter. Okay, and system out dot println n. Nothing but what we are doing. Let's see. We will pass for list, for means this list object we are passing one single parameter and we are printing all the data here. Here output should be hello Techie Vedas channel. This should be the output if you execute this program. Okay, this is the generic syntax how to use for each loop with what is that, using lambda expressions. Okay, list dot, this is the list object dot for each of, passing the n as a parameter and we are printing all those values. Okay, next example. We have created one interface, that is a functional interface with say as a method. Interface name is sayable and we are passing one parameter, that is the message as a parameter, and data type is string. We have created one class, in that main method is there. We are passing multiple statements in lambda expressions. Let's see how. We have created one instance for the sayable interface, functional interface, and passing the parameter as message. This is the, we know right, this is the lambda expression syntax. And here string str1, this is one of the variable, one variable we are creating, and for that variable we are passing, I would like to say comma, and we are creating another string variable. For that we are adding string1 plus message, nothing but I would like to say plus whatever the message we pass here. Okay, and return string2. After this we are invoking person, nothing but sayable interface instance dot say method. Okay, say method. We are passing time is precious. We are passing time is precious in place of message. So string2, what it will print, I would like to say time is precious. See here the output. This is what you got it right. With this example we have completed lambda expressions. I hope you understand the lambda expression concept, I think fully, and this is a very important concept in the Java 8 version, and after means higher than Java 7, nothing but Java 8 and so on, higher versions will use the Java what is that, lambda expressions very frequently. You see many programs, right? In that, see in the just 2 or 3 lines code, right? We are able to reduce at least one line of code. Just assume in very big project it contains thousands of lines. If we what is that, if we choose to use the lambda expressions, just assume how many lines of code we can reduce. And readability also easy, right? For readable purpose very easy, writing purpose very easy. Okay, you got it right. If you have any queries regarding this topic or any other topic, please mention it in the comment section. And One and last for this session, last request is please do subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell icon if you are not subscribed so far, and click means like it and share it. Have a nice day until the next session. Bye bye.